I like trains. It's no secret that I like trains. And so, of course, my friend took me to a train station in Munich, and that is perfect because I like trains. Have I mentioned that I like trains? Actually, goodbye. One of my favorite train games, and a game that I play quite often, would be Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is a game that has a lot of maps, and you can get it for a lot of places, but there's a US version and a Europe version for the base game. And then you get more maps for expanding, including Deutschland. But in Ticket to Ride, what you're doing is you are competing train companies trying to complete tickets that you get for customers, and the way that you do that is you build tracks, and the way that you build tracks is you get collections of cards that all match. So it's kind of like playing gin rummy. So like to lay a track that has 5 blue spots, you need to get 5 blue cards, and then you spend one of your turns playing all 5 of those blue cards to complete that 5 blue track. So basically that's it, that's the game. You're trying to complete tracks so that passengers can go their ticket destinations on only your tracks, and you get points whenever you complete a track, and then at the end of the game you get points for the tickets that you've completed. On your turn, you have 3 options. The first option is you can draw cards. You can draw cards blind from the top of the deck. You get 2 cards every time you decide to draw, and if you blind draw, you can get 2. Otherwise, you can draw 2 cards from the face-up. If you draw one of the rainbow cards, though, from the face-up area, that's all you can draw. You can't draw 2 cards. So, it's the first thing you can do on your turn. Second thing you can do on your turn is you can draw more ticket cards. You draw 3 ticket cards, and you have to keep at least 1. At the end of the game, you get points for every ticket card you've completed, and then you lose points for any ticket cards you haven't completed. The third and final thing that you can do on your turn is you can play your ticket cards. And when you play your ticket cards, you do that to complete tracks. You have to play enough cards to complete an entire section of track. When you do it, you can't do like half of the track and then the other half later. You have to do it there, and then you get points for doing that. And that's it. Those are the 3 things that you can do on your turn. You get to pick one every turn and do it, and that's the entirety of the game. That's the rules, that's the goal, that's it. That's how you play Ticket to Ride, and this is the end of this train. So I taught you how to play Ticket to Ride, and however long it took me to walk from, well, the end of this train. So let's see if we can reverse that. The thing that I like about Ticket to Ride is the fact that it's that simple. I did just teach you the game, and I just told you how to play the game just straight up. There you go. Other maps add other things that can make the game more complicated, more interesting. Ticket to Ride is a great intro game, but the variety of maps and the fact that your routes and what tickets you end up getting can combine to have a different effect every game means that there's a lot of replayability in the game. It's also from Days of Wonder, which is a great company. They always do really high-grade components, and all of their stuff looks great. I really like Ticket to Ride, and I really like Days of Wonder. The components are these nice little plastic trains, the board's great with beautiful art, and yeah, the game's simple. It is the game that I got my family into board games with. Yeah, they played Settlers of Catan, but they never really loved Settlers of Catan. Ticket to Ride they love. Ticket to Ride is the game that, I mean, it just, my mom plays it on her phone, my sister-in-law plays it on her iPad. We own basically all the maps. I almost bought a German version today, even though I have no idea how I get it home, just because we would love to have a German map. It's just a great game, and because it's like gin rummy with the card combos, you can play with a variety of ages, and who you're playing with can depend on how difficult the game is. You can do some strategy stuff where some people team up against other people, or maybe you just all work together and nobody really bothers each other. There's a lot of variety in Ticket to Ride, and it's a solid game to have in any game collection. It doesn't hurt that it also has trains. Playing in Ticket to Ride will of course not get you a full train experience. The connection to trains is very minimal. It's mostly just a path-making game and with a little bit of hand management. But the art is beautiful and it makes sense thematically, kind of. And it's just a great game. I really do love Ticket to Ride. I think if there was ever a time when I had to reduce my collection to 10 games or less, Ticket to Ride would definitely be one of those 10 games. Definitely. Also, I might try and cram all the maps into one box because all the maps are just fantastic. Yeah, Ticket to Ride, probably my most favorite train game ever. If you'd like your own copy of Ticket to Ride, you can pick it up at your local friendly game store, or down below I put a link to Amazon in the doobly-doo. If you like my video, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And as always, what have you been playing lately? Trains.